Hello everybody, this is Salar. You guys are welcome, and it's now time to wind up this course. Finally, we are going to wind up this course. In this short lecture, I'm going to give you the guideline and the topics you need to cover in order to master C Sharp. Let's move on. C Sharp and the .NET, they are two different things. C Sharp is a language, whereas .NET is a framework. Most of the time when we talk about, we usually use the term C Sharp .NET, C Sharp .NET. So why do we always combine C Sharp and .NET when we talk about this technology? Although they are two different things. The thing is that they are made for each other. The only language for the .NET is C Sharp. No F Sharp, no Visual Basic, only the C Sharp. So if you want to become a .NET developer, you want to work with the framework, then there is no other option than the C Sharp. C Sharp is the only language. In this course, we actually learned all the basics of the C Sharp up to the structures. Basics of a language are foundation, and after that you can move on. You can learn more concepts and advanced concepts. Let's now talk about the C Sharp mastery path and all the topics you need to cover after the fundamentals. The biggest next step after the C Sharp basics is object-oriented programming. This option is actually non-negotiable. Object-oriented programming is the real development paradigm. Without deeply understanding this concept, there is no C Sharp mastery. You should know this concept working with classes, encapsulation, constructor, inheritance, polymorphism, interfaces, abstract classes, etc. So this should be the first step after the basics. After the object-oriented programming, you will learn more about the collections and the use of generic. Other collections like stack, queues, etc. and the use of generic in object-oriented programming. Generics are used everywhere in real projects and provide type safety. The third topic here is file handling and serialization. It involves reading, writing text file, working with JSON, saving and loading objects, or in other words, you simply connect your programs to real data. Link is a very powerful tool and you have some basic idea about it, like how to use it with APIs, databases, and other business logics. On number 5, we have error handling. It involves how to work with exceptions or to create custom exceptions, work with the custom class, debugging, etc. And then we have asynchronous programming, the most important thing today, because every program today is using some kind of network calling. Every program which is using web APIs or working with file input IO or have user interface must have some asynchronous logic in the background. Without asynchronous tools like async, await, and tasks, we cannot program applications where the tasks can be delayed. For example, a call to the web API and the server is not responding. So in this case, the task can be delayed. And when the task is delayed or the response is delayed from the server, we need to find a way so that our application or the main application behaves in the same way as before, and the delayed task is simply put in the background. Using asynchronous, we simply tell our application when the task is delayed, move on, and when the task is completed, we will come back. That's it. On the 7th place, we have data access and databases. This is also something very important you need to know. Real applications work with the databases, and here you need to learn some basics about the SQL, structured query language, entity framework core, learn to perform CRUD operation, create, read, update, and delete. It's called CRUD operations. And you also need to have some idea about migrations, database migrations. So these are the 7 concepts you need to learn after the basics, but you will always start with the object-oriented programming. There are some other concepts or the bonus concepts like solid principles, unit testing, refactoring, etc. Once you have done with all these topics, you will simply choose a direction. You can stay with the desktop and web.NET development, and here you need to cover the tools like Windows, Presentation Foundation, and ASP. Or you can start learning game development using Unity. So my friends, that was all about C Sharp mastery path. Don't wait for long and start learning the object-oriented programming. I am creating a course on that and will publish that course very soon on the channel. So keep watching and thanks a lot once again for all the appreciations. I will see you somewhere in some other course. Thanks for watching or taking this course.